Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing the Simple Plan tier list. We have all of their studio albums here in chronological order. I'm going to be listening to snippets here on my phone. Do that at home. Join with me if you want. I've heard all these songs hundreds of times before, so I know them like the back of my hands here. We're kicking it off with I'd Do Anything. Okay, so kick it off hard, to be honest. This is one of their better songs. A song that really helped propel them into mainstream back in the early 2000s. It's one of their anthems. It's terrific live. If anyone's ever been to a Simple Plan concert, you've probably been to many if you've been to one. This song is absolutely S tier, straight up. And I think, I am pretty selective with what will make S tier. But man, I'd Do Anything deserves it for sure. On the other hand, here we got The Worst Day Ever, which I think straight away, I'll give it a listen, but from memory. If anything gets a D, it's probably this. It's kind of like your typical Simple Plan teenage life is hard song, but just doesn't have that much depth or fun to it. It's never been one of my favorites. Next up, You Don't Mean Anything. Bit faster, cool drums, really good drumming from Chuck here. Again, it's really just like generic lyrics that don't capture you or make you feel much. It's another D. Alright, there we go. Next up, I'm Just a Kid. Okay. Another one of their anthems. This song's had a bit of a resurgence lately with TikTok. In the last year, maybe even 2 years now. People doing like a before and an after photo, 20 years gaps, recreating iconic images, things like that, which is kind of cool. Again, really good live. Probably not quite an S for me, but a worthy A. It's a classic. When I'm With You. Another mid tier for me, I think. It's never really captured me. When I'm With You. Yeah, it's not quite a C either, I don't feel. Meet You There. Okay, Meet You There. I remember liking this one a little bit more than some of the other non-singles. I find I love the singles on this album, but the album as a whole, I definitely loved it all at a time. I do like the song a bit more. I think this song's actually quite nice. It's underrated. I think it's a B. I'll give it a B. It's a good song. Addicted. Okay, another single. This one did quite well. I really like this one. And it's catchy. The chorus is terrific. It's not quite an S. It's a solid A though. Yeah, definitely next to I'm Just a Kid, I reckon is fine. My Alien is next. I always felt like the My Alien was a bit of the odd one out. A little bit different. Which is kind of cool they did it. It's kind of alright. It's nothing terrific. I think it's our first C. Next up, God Must Hate Me. Never loved it too much, I feel. Yeah, it's alright. It's kind of catchy, but in like a annoying way. It's probably a D, to be honest. Next, I Won't Be There. Kind of gives me similar vibes to Meet You There. Has, yeah, a very similar feel to it. Probably not quite as nice. Not one I've listened to a whole bunch. C. I think C. One Day is next. Kind of cool guitar in this one. It's got a nice vibe to it. I don't mind it. It's a solid C. Okay, and last song on the album, Going Out, pretty big. Possibly their biggest song, I think commercially, at least until maybe Summer Paradise. Randomly did really well. But yeah, probably the anthem. They usually finish their shows, I think, with this. Pierre does like a solo on an acoustic guitar, and he throws it off. Someone catches it, and he gets another one or something like that. Someone throws a guitar, and then the rest of the band come back, and it's pretty cool. It's obviously an S. It's a great song. Okay, here I've got One by One up next on my phone. I do know my Christmas list. I don't think it's on this album. I do know it though. It's solid. It's a good save for what it is. One by One. Why are you not playing? There we go. How do I feel about One by One? Probably just another C. Not one I've heard a whole bunch. Grow Up. Okay, Grow Up's good. Grow Up's got a good, real good feel to it, you know. Kind of like your classic American Pie movie sort of soundtrack. It's nice. It's a B. Okay. Happy Together I do have here as well. Good. I've always really liked this. I think they did a good version. If you're going to do a cover, you know, I think they did quite well. It suits their style. Yeah, I really like this song. I reckon it deserves an A. They did well. Okay, I have a live Addicted version, and then Vacation. Again, I've always liked this song. Cool that they did a soundtrack. You know, cool that they were in the movie as well, and like the movie was kind of focused on them. I haven't seen that in years, decades, but yeah, I remember being in, like, oh, that's cool. It's a good catchy song. I think it's a B. Okay, so that concludes No Pads, No Helmets, Just Balls, their debut album. 2 made it to S, 3 in the A, 3 in the B. I think that's pretty fair. It's a really good album overall. Very nostalgic. Cool album cover as well. Always really admired that photo. Not admired, but just liked it. It's cool. Next up, their second album, Still Not Getting Any. Possibly their best-selling album or most acclaimed album, I would say. The one that, No Pads did quite well commercially, but they followed it up with this one, and they became a bit of a more radio-friendly band, I suppose. Let's kick it off with Shut Up. I think it's a good choice to start the album with this. It really kind of gives you a good feel for what's to come. It's fast. It's in your face. It's very FU. It's very teenage angsty. I think some people would have it as high as S, and that's understandable. I really liked it for a period. It's maybe one that doesn't age as well. I think it's a solid B these days. It is a catchy chorus. Yeah, it's a good chorus. Welcome to My Life. One of their biggest singles, for sure. One of their most beloved songs by Simple Plan fans. A radio hit. Even the people who don't really consider themselves Simple Plan fans have probably at some stage sung along to this song and enjoyed it. I think it's an S tier. It's one of their best singles, for sure. Perfect World, I really like. It's a bit underrated. Flies under the radar, for sure. But it's catchy. It sounds good, you know. It's a good B. Not quite an A, I reckon. I really do like it. Thank You. Okay, probably one of their heavier songs. Very fast-paced. Very angry, again. It's a very angry album, this one. I love this song for a period. Again, it's probably one that doesn't age quite as well. But maybe it resonates with you for some reason. I think it's a C for me these days. Me Against the World. I've always loved this guitar intro. In fact, the guitars throughout this song are top notch. And, you know, this one, for me, just about could have been a single. Yeah, another underrated one. I've always really liked it. It's an A for me. Okay, now another single, Crazy. One of their more unique ones, especially at that time for them, I feel. Kind of their biggest attempt at a deep song. Real emotional. I mean, they're all emotional, obviously, but like this one had a different feel to it, a different angle, you know, the way they approached it. I think it goes hard. I think it's really good. I think it's an S tier. Another great single. Next up, Jump. Jump's awesome live because they get the whole crowd to jump and the whole venue shakes. It's really quite an experience. The song itself on the album's mid-tier, I feel. Just Jump. Just doesn't have that much going for it except that you jump. It's an alright song. It's a C. Every Time. There are a slower paced song on the album here. At least the first one. We do get another one to cap it off, but yeah, we'll get there. Every Time. It's kind of nice. It's not too bad. It's not like super memorable as far as ballads go. I think it's a C. Next up, Promise. I feel like this is an underrated one. This one goes pretty hard. It's a really catchy guitar line, and the chorus is good. I think it's a B. Next up is One. Never really vibed with this song too much. It's kind of just annoying. I don't know. I think it's a D. Yeah, I don't even really want to listen to it now. And then, again, finishing off the album with a huge emotional song. At Perfect on the first album, Untitled on the second album. This one is unreal. I love this song. I really always have. I think they absolutely nailed it. The slowness, the piano, the lack of really anything else right at the end. Great music video too, with a sad theme, devastating theme. I think a lot of people who have had that kind of tragedy in their life will really resonate with the lyrics to this song and feel the emotion to it. So I think it's S tier. 3 S tiers from that album. Still not getting any. Probably their best album, I would say. Well, having said that, next up, we have their third album, their self-titled album. They had quite a big break after the second album, and every album since, pretty much. They don't release too often, but they've been around for ages, so they've managed to, have a decent little discography here. Let's see. They've put in the live album, live in Japan. I assume I have actually listened to this, but I'm not gonna bother going through it. I'm just gonna put them in D. I just want to focus on studio albums. Anyway, yeah, the self-titled album. I remember getting it on CD at a airport in Canada. I was traveling, and I really liked it. Like, it was like a different vibe, different direction for the band. Kind of a more mature approach, less punk, more radio rock, I suppose. I don't know, more mature, more developed, however you want to describe it. Okay, so they started with the lead single, When I'm Gone. And it did okay on the radio, I think. It didn't perhaps meet their expectations, I feel, or what they were trying to achieve coming back after a big break. I've quite liked the song. Straight up, I think it's a solid A. Probably not quite an S. The music video is fun as well. It's good live. It's a good song. Take My Hand was not a single, but I feel stacks up quite well. It's one of my one of my favorite ones from the album. Was possibly my favorite at one stage when it first came out, I reckon. The chorus is super catchy. Yeah, it's fast, it's fun, it's catchy. It's an A for me. And then next one on the list, or on the album, The End. I've always liked this one as well, to be honest. I always thought it was a good follow-up, the order, having it straight after Take My Hand. Felt like they connected really well together there. And it's possibly the first song we get quite a heavy synth from them, which shows, they were willing to try and go in a slightly different direction. I think it's a good song. I think it's a B. Not quite as good as Take My Hand. Okay, Your Love Is a Lie. Another single from the album, which did, I think from memory, slightly better than When I'm Gone. I enjoy the video clip for that one too. And I love the guitar. I think there's some controversy that this guitar was too much like Green Day, Boulevard for Broken Dreams. I personally don't hear it. I'm not sure whatever came of the case. I mean, nothing too bad, obviously. But I think it's a really good song. It's a good single. Not quite S tier. I feel like it's a good A. It's a good song for sure. Another single, Save You. Another real emotional one with Pierre dedicating the song or writing the song for his brother who had cancer at the time. And to the best of my knowledge, is still alive today. But unreal music video with all the cancer survivors. The way they shot that, very emotional, very well done. I think it's one of their better songs. I think it's an S tier. It's really good. I've always loved this song. Yep, definitely an S. Next up, Generation. Random Trumpets. This kind of came out of nowhere. And then a heavy synth. It's not really my thing, but I respect them for giving it a shot, to be honest. Like, at the end of the day, they're in a business. You have to market yourself. You have to try and change with the times. You have to experiment a bit. I don't mind this song. It's not the best, but it's kind of cool. It's a C. Time to Say Goodbye. Probably one of the weaker ones on the album. It's not bad. I kind of still enjoy it, but it's not one of the best. It's another C. I Can Wait Forever. Okay, I've always really loved this song. I think if you've ever had a long-distance relationship, or at least been apart from a partner for an extended period of time, for whatever the circumstances, you would resonate with this song a lot. And I think it's beautiful. I like the piano, the slowness. I think they did really well here. It's an A. Not quite an S. It's close to an S, I feel. Holding On. Okay. So I'm going to make some big calls here, I feel, towards the end of this album. Holding On for me, is so slept on. I think this song is phenomenal. I think it's one of their best songs ever. It's long, it's dramatic, it's makes you feel all sorts of stuff. It's exciting. It's an S. This song is so slept on. I love it. No Love. A lot of people really like this one. I can definitely understand if it's one of your favorites. It's got a certain feel to it. I think straight up it's a B for me. I do enjoy it, but it's not right up there. And What If? I've always felt like Holding On and What If were kind of connected in that they're really long, dramatic, kind of different Simple Plan songs that I think are phenomenal. I think that both of them, I hold them both in high regard. It's another S, another song that's slept on from Simple Plan, I feel. Holding On and What If, both of them top-notch songs. And then finishing it off here with Running Out of Time. I think it was maybe a bonus song, special edition album, whatever. It's okay. It's a C. Nothing too crazy. Alright, and then Simple Plan had another long break. They always toured. Like, they were always an active band still. They just took forever to make albums. And they came back with Get Your Heart On in 2011. And then their lead single was the first song, You Suck at Love. So let's put that on. It's not a bad single. It's probably one of the better songs from the album. I did enjoy it when it came out. It's not quite up there with S tier. Could maybe argue for A. I'm going to go for a B. It's a good song. It's nothing crazy good though. Can't Keep My Hands Off You. Now, they put this out as a single, and they went hard on this. They really tried to, sell this as being their best song in a decade, and I gotta say, I've never really felt it. A lot of the fans I see, they do like the song. It did okay commercially. It's alright. It's a C for me. It's nothing that special. Moving on. Jet Lag, another single. Another that did quite well. I don't think anything on this album, apart from Summer Paradise maybe, did quite as well as previous stuff. Firstly, they didn't feel quite as big as they were in their first two albums. Even their third one, I don't think did quite as well. I really like it personally, but yeah. Jet Lag's okay. I think it's a B. I don't mind it. It's a bit tacky, but yeah, it's alright. Astronaut. Another single. I remember seeing a tweet from Jeff Stinko, saying that they were writing a song called Astronaut and it was one of his favorite Simple Plan songs ever. And I was really excited because, I don't know, space is cool. You know, astronauts are cool. Cool themes in art, literature, music, philosophy. And I reckon they nailed it. I think it's one of the best songs. It's a definite S tier. Well done. Loser of the Year. Straight up D. Never liked it. Sorry. Not a good song in my opinion. And Anywhere But Here. Even worse. Hated this song. Always have. Freaking Me Out. With Alex Kaskarth from All Time Low, I believe. It's alright. A lot of people like it. I can see if it's your thing. It's not really my thing. I'll give it a C. And Summer Paradise. Out of nowhere, they do this. I don't even know how to describe it. This song that's so different from anything they've ever done. And it just became a radio hit. People would have listened to Simple Plan in their life or recognized the song would just be absolutely loving this song. I think it's alright. It's fun live. I'm happy for them that it did well. I don't think it's one of their best songs personally, but it's cool. It's a B in my mind. Gone Too Soon. I read another real sad, slow one that I think if you've had that tragedy in your life, again, you may really love this song or relate to it. I've been lucky enough so far that doesn't quite apply, so I think for me it's just a C, but hey, I could totally understand if you would have this one up higher. Last one standing. Okay, I think I remember a tweet from Pierre saying this is going to be the heaviest one in the album. Maybe that was Jeff again. Someone said it. Like, yeah, maybe it is, but still not really what I would say heavy. I wouldn't describe it as being heavy. It's okay, it's another C. And then this song saved my life. I think they're so good at finishing albums off. The last song on the album is just always one of their top tier songs. And I think, like they literally had fans come in to the studio for this, a whole group of fans to sing a part of the song. It really is a song for the fans, written by the band, with parts from the fans themselves. It's really good. It's S tier. I think they did it really well. Okay, and then Never Should Have Let You Go as the bonus on this album. And I really like this song. I'm glad that I came across it. I think it deserves a spot just in the album, to be honest. I've never really understood the point of bonus songs. I guess when CDs, like physical CDs, were more of the thing purchased, it made sense to get more money or something. But I just feel this should be on the album. I think it's quite a good song. It's catchy. I've always liked it. It's a B. Okay, and then we have Simple Plan's EP here, which was how long after Get Your Heart On? I can't quite remember. Get Your Heart On, The Second Coming, 2013. So not too long after releasing the fourth album there. 7 songs, it's not bad. Starts with Ordinary Life. I kind of like the direction they took for this. There's a bit more upbeat, a bit more fun. Kind of just felt like they were having fun with it, not taking themselves too seriously. Yeah, song's okay. It's a C. The Rest of Us. Again, it's not bad. Kind of catchy. It's not quite a B though. It's a strong C. Out of My System. I've always really liked this one. It's really catchy. Really gets you vibing. Kind of different from them too. Like, it's a new style. I think they did it well. It's a B. Fire in My Heart, again, I really like this one. I think most of these songs are really good. They've done well on this EP. This one's definitely a B as well. Nice and fun. In. This is the one... I don't know. In's okay. Yeah, it's decent. It's fun. It's a C. And then they had Lucky One, which I feel just should have been the final song on the EP. Because we'll get to Try, but Try's rubbish. This song is phenomenal. I've always really rated this song. I think it's one of their best ever. It's S. Yeah. Well done getting an S on an EP. I really like this song. And then they finished up with Try for some reason, which I've always hated. I don't know, there's something about the song just does not vibe with me at all. It's a straight up D. I do not enjoy it at all. But really enjoyed the EP overall. I think they did it. They did it really well. Okay. Then they came back with Taking One for the Team in 2016. So, not too long a wait, I suppose, from the EP. Opinion Overload may have been the first single they released from it. It's got pretty good guitars. It's a C. It's nothing too wild. It's a C. And they had Boom. Maybe that was the first single. Was it a single? I don't really know. It's fun. It's really good live. It's kind of generic and repetitive. It's a C for me, but it's really good live. Kiss Me Like Nobody's Watching. I feel like this was a really unique direction for them. Never really had PS singing like this before. I think he did a good job. It feels different. It's fun. It's cute. I think this is an A. I always kind of like this song. Farewell, featuring Jordan Pundik. Can't even remember who that is. I definitely did know. Maybe it's All Time Low again. Nah, not sure. I don't mind this song though. I think it's pretty good. It's really catchy in the chorus. It's a B, I reckon. I enjoyed it. Singing in the Rain. I reckon this was another single from the album. And I've always loved it. Again, it's different. I like the direction they took on this album for some of their songs. Some are a bit generic and just pop punk, classic electric guitar. But some of them, they just went a little quirkier, a little different, a bit funky. And I reckon they nailed it. I've always really liked the song. It's S. Oh, is it S? It's good. It's probably not quite S. It's an A. Definitely a strong A. Everything sucks. This is like the worst day ever of the album. Straight up D. And I Refuse. Yeah. Again, not really a fan. I Don't Want to Go to Bed. Now this is another one. It's like funky. It's different. I didn't like it at first, but it totally grew on me. Solid A. Yeah. The older I get, the more I like the song, for sure. Such a mixture, this album. Some really boring, crappy songs, and then some also just underrated bangers. Yeah, good song. Nostalgic, good, fast-paced, fun song. Always like Nostalgic. Straight up A. Straight up A. I like it. Perfectly Perfect. Slow, emotional one. Could totally understand if it's your thing. I don't quite vibe with it. C. Generous C. Maybe a D. I Don't Want to Be Sad. It's alright. Definitely NC vibes from it though. I don't dislike it, but not one of their best. P.S. I Hate You. Same again. Kind of cool. Kind of catchy. Definitely a C. Problem Child. Some people could totally, I think, make a case for this being one of their favorites. For me, never quite vibed with it. It's okay. But can't get it more than a D, sorry. I Dream About You, another slow one. Probably the first time they failed to put a banger as the last song of the album. It's never really been one of my favorites. I get what they were going for, but just the execution, I think, was not quite there on that one. But overall, I think we got a few good songs from that album. So, yeah, look at that, 4 A's. That's pretty good. We'll take that. And then onto their latest release, Harder Than It Looks. I love the phallic puns. Just Simple Plan. Wake Me Up When This Nightmare's Over. Not a bad song. Yeah, I don't mind the song. I think it's a solid B. Ruined My Life. Now, I'm a huge Sum 41 fan as well. I've always held both of these bands pretty high up there on my favorites list. Growing up as a teen and even today. So I was really excited when Derek Whibley was going to have this feature in a Simple Plan song finally. I'm going to say I was underwhelmed. This song is okay. It's nothing special. Both bands have many better songs individually, so did they really nail the opportunity to collab? I don't feel that they did. It's a C. The Antidote. Another one I've never really liked too much. It's alright. Another C. Million Pictures of You. This is a fun song. I think they did quite well on this one. Yeah, it's a fun song. It's a feel-good song. It's a B. Then they had Anxiety. I can't remember if this was a single or not, but I remember really liking it straight away. Another kind of unique song for them. I don't think they've got another one quite like this. And I've always really liked it. I think it's a straight up S for me. One of their best songs, for sure. Congratulations. One of the stronger ones from the album, for mines. Really fast paced, really fun. Catchy chorus. That's an A. I've always enjoyed that one. Iconic. Another stronger one from the album. This one was really popular upon release. I remember seeing heaps of comments for it. It was a fan favorite for sure. Not quite an A for me still, but could understand if you had it there. Just a B for me. Best Day of My Life. Never vibed with the song too much. It's fun. It's quick. It's a C. Slow Motion. Bringing it down. Another song that's not bad, but doesn't really capture me. Just a C. And the last song on the album, 2. And again, I gotta say I'm disappointed that they did not finish the album off with a banger as they did earlier on in their career. This song, I mean, I should relate. I am a child of divorce, as many people are. And I get what it's going for. It just doesn't really do anything for me. I find it kind of boring. It's a D. Shame that we have to finish the album off like that. Now they've also got here, Don't Want to Think About You. I'm not sure where that comes from, but I did have it on my iPod growing up. I don't know how, just torrented it, I suppose. And I do remember enjoying it. I think it's one of their good songs for sure. I'm going to give it a B. And then of course, they did the What's New Scooby-Doo soundtrack, which is really cool. I think they did a really good job on that. That's straight up an A. And I'm not sure what this one is. Something with State Champs. I can't read what the title. I'm just going to ignore it. But yeah, let me know in the comments, guys. What did you think of the list? What do you think was a bold call or a bad call or a good call even? And what were your top 5 Simple Plan songs of all time? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.